Hello, my friends. These pick a card messages are for November. However, time and energies are flexible, fluid, and always changing. So if you've attracted this video to you at any time, you should find some sort of value or resonance in these messages. So welcome to High Priestess Influence. And at any time you are ready, you may go to the timestamps below and choose Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, or Group 4. So if you're ready to do that, go ahead and click on the appropriate timestamp. If you need a little extra help, then you might want to take a look at the cards I have laid out here. These were randomly selected from the Human Design System Rave I Ching cards, and they're just here for the sake of the beautiful artwork. So take a look at each if you want some help deciding. This will be for Group 1. Group 2. Group 3. And Group 4. Okay, my friends, with that, we will move on to the individual readings and begin with Group 1. Okay, Group 1, let's get started with your card selection here. So can we get cards for Group 1? Okay, Group 1. We have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so Group 1, you may find yourself, and you may already be experiencing this, depending on when you are watching it, but you may be going through a period of time where you feel, you feel kind of stuck and stagnant. And, okay. Yeah, and your challenge or opportunity is the Three of Cups there. Let's continue with the card selection. Okay, yeah. I'm seeing a theme here already. And it really kind of makes a lot of sense here with everything that's currently going on. All right. All right. You know what? Let's start talking about what we've got going on here. All right. And then we'll pick some more cards. All right, Group 1. So recently, I got when this card jumped out, the Six of Swords reversed, I got the expression, like basically that you feel like you're going nowhere. And again, you see that theme continue with feeling stuck, feeling stagnant, feeling like nothing's moving forward, nothing's changing here for you. And again, it's really this theme straight across here of feeling stuck, feeling like things aren't progressing for you, feeling like things aren't moving forward for you. And almost like not having a vision of where things are headed and what the future is bringing. And it really makes total sense with everything that is going on right now. Depending on where you live, the social distancing, things being closed, not being able to get together possibly with people outside your household. Again, it depends where you live, but so many parts of the world are experiencing this in some way, shape, or form. And it's totally understandable that you feel stuck, that you feel stagnant. And, you know, with the Three of Cups as your challenge or your opportunity, I feel as though the universe is encouraging you to find new ways of connecting with people, trying to maybe broaden your virtual or online friend group, right? Maybe, you know, a lot of people do get together on Zoom, for example, and you know, from my experience, I'm feeling as though, well, I shouldn't say just from my experience, just I'm just feeling as though a lot of people are getting together for work and things like that, but not so much socially online, right? That you might be still looking at Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that, but you're not actually scheduling get-togethers or using FaceTime and that kind of stuff. And I'm feeling as though this is kind of like encouragement to expand that, to schedule more online virtual get-togethers at this time. Yeah, there's this whole thing is really about being stuck. It's about stuckness or being stuck, feeling like you're going nowhere, feeling like maybe there are no opportunities. Where's the light at the end of this tunnel? You know, you want to get out there, you want to do things, you want life to progress, you want things to move along. And I do feel like in order to feel better, you want to try to virtually get together with people or even safely get together with people. You know, whatever that means in your area, whatever that means to you. Maybe it's being outdoors and wearing masks or whatever. But there is this feeling of just a lack of progression and a lack of like just having fun and getting together with people and like moving relationships forward and stuff like that. And, you know, what you desire is a vision for the future, for the path to clear up, for things to open up, like literally and figuratively, right? You want the energies to open up and you want literally things to open up, your life to open up. You want to be able to go places, see people. I also just got the feeling that some of you are recognizing or going to recognize that you need to establish new connections, new relationships, and you're looking for those new pathways. It may be that the separation from some people has led you to believe or not believe, but come to the conclusion or come to the realization that your current friend group maybe needs some tweaking, or you're ready for new friends, you're ready for new experiences, new people in your life. You know, you might feel that now that you've been separated from people, that you have outgrown some of your friendships, some of your relationships. You've gone in, you realize you've gone in different directions, right? Yeah. And there's just a sense underneath it all that, this isn't fair. Why is this happening? And I've heard so many people say this, right? Yeah, even, close family members have said, well, I'm getting old. I'm getting older now. I'm older now. This is how I have to spend the end, the last few years of my life. That kind of thing. I'm not saying that's you. I'm saying, but there's a lot of people. There are a lot of us out there who feel like this isn't fair. This isn't fair. We're just stuck. And why is this happening? But I do feel this is an opportunity for you to maybe reassess some of your relationships and possibly be open, start opening up energetically to new relationships. You might want to spend some time meditating and contemplating the possibilities that await you and realizing that this is an opportunity as opposed to feeling stuck and feeling held down, feeling pushed down. Look at this as an opportunity to kind of reassess and prepare yourself for the new, for opening up. And it does seem as though for you that it's about new friendships, new relationships, and being open to kind of just going with the flow as you move forward. Okay, let's take a look at what else we have here. All right, so yeah, you're hoping to emerge from this stagnation with a new way of looking at life. And there might be a little trepidation here around this also. On the one hand, you welcome a new way of seeing the world, looking at things from a different angle, looking at things from a different perspective, having a new outlook on life. Yet there's also that a little bit of trepidation about leaving the past behind, about letting the old go, and being open to the new opportunities, the new relationships. So this is interesting. You may find during this month that for some of you, you might know this person already, or this might be a new person, but I feel like someone emerges as a positive influence for you moving forward. In other words, this person could be a role model or could be someone extending invitations to you to join in something new, maybe join in a new friend group. But I feel as though this can be male or female. It's not necessarily male because it's a page of wands here, but I really feel as though there is someone who's going to expose you to new opportunities, possibly new people, new friend groups. Either that or this person's going to be a role model. You're going to find out that this person is doing something with his or her time to kind of like prepare for the future. You might find out that this person has taken up a new hobby, or this person has a unique way of networking out there to attract new relationships and new friends, or you might find that this person brings you along with them into maybe a new, virtual online group, right? This person might tell you about some course or some workshop where you'll be able to connect with people who share your interests. And I with the Ten of Pentacles reversed here, I feel as though you're being advised to let go of the old paradigm, to let go of the old expectations for your life and your future, right? It's not saying that you can't achieve the energy of the Ten of Pentacles upright. Of course you can. Actually, the energy is here. So it's available to you. But what I'm feeling is that for everyone, the experiences that most of us are going through right now are kind of here to give us a time out, to force us into change, to force us to reassess our direction, where we're headed, and our expectations and our visions and dreams for the future. But I do feel as though if you're being encouraged to let go of your vision or dream of what you want for the future, this is the encouragement is here because those expectations are not big enough, or not, like, there's something better out there for you. Those visions, those dreams for the future are your dreams maybe aren't big enough, or aren't or don't match you enough. I feel like they're too small, put it this way. I feel like there's more for you, but it's really a matter of opening up, being open to it. And I really feel that for some of you, if I feel like it's about changing your vision so that you can be fulfilled, but also that this is, this is an independent energy here. Okay. All right. I'm really feeling that whether you realize it or not, a lot of you have been envisioning your future. Well, all right, let me try to word this properly. Envisioning the happiness in your future kind of contingent on your relationships with others. But the universe wants you to know that this is an individual, independent energy here. In other words, you want to get in alignment with your future independent. All right. It starts with you. It's all inside you. And finding your own personal happiness and alignment and love of yourself and your life, having high expectations, and only about you. In other words, you can't rely on other people to provide your alignment, to provide your joy, to provide your happiness. It's all about you and your individual energy. And really, that's really kind of the direction the whole universe is going in. In other words, knowing that you are responsible for your own alignment in your own vibration Each of us is responsible for our own happiness and our own alignment based on what we believe, what we focus on, our expectations, and no one else can bring that to us. Now, that doesn't mean others won't be involved in your future happiness and your future joy, but you need to attract that to you with your own vibration. And we are moving into that future of the individual responsibility for our own alignment, for our own happiness, our own joy, and what we attract into our lives ourselves, realizing that it's up to us as individuals, right? If you have low expectations for your future, for the people around you, for your experiences, you will attract that to you. If you have high expectations and you believe all is well and that everything always works out, you will attract better to you. And I'm really getting the message here to encourage you to be general about this. Don't get too specific, because if you get too specific, then you start thinking, well, I want X to happen. But then you start thinking, well, how could X really happen? Because of Y and because of Z and because of A and because of C, I don't see how it's going to work out. Then you start second guessing yourself and lowering your vibration, lowering your expectation. It's kind of about, again, with this Hanged Man, being able to look at things from a brand new perspective, being open to the new, having high expectations, knowing that, kind of like going with the flow of everything that's going on right now, and knowing that the future has wonderful things for you, but without necessarily being specific in those things and not relying on other people. So really, group one, you have so many energies here with the potential of like turning upright. So in other words, this Six of Swords, right? Moving forward, just like moving forward into smoother waters, gliding forward easily. Steady progress, moving toward the future, being able to look at your future and see it growing, but just step by step, it's about not getting out too far ahead of yourselves. Knowing that you will have plenty of reasons to celebrate and people with whom you can celebrate. Starting to clear that path up, that gradual clarity that comes with the moon lighting up your path. It's gradual. It's not this bright sunshine. It's this gradual, because you're not supposed to get out too far ahead of yourself. If you try to look too far into the future, that's when we trip ourselves up and mess up our vibration. Knowing that life is fair, because the law of attraction is an extremely, maybe the most powerful of universal laws. So you're attracting to yourself that which matches your vibration. So in that sense, it is fair. Having high expectations for the future, knowing that everything will work out, but without relying on other people to raise that vibration for you. Moving ahead with this energy, this Page of Wands energy that you see in someone around you. It may even be more than one someone. You may start looking around you and see, there are people who are handling this well. What are they doing that is working for them? I like this Hanged Man in reverse, coming out of the cave and looking at the world in a whole new way, from fresh eyes, looking at the world with fresh eyes, looking at your situation with fresh eyes, and being that independent person, not needing anyone else, and knowing that everything will work out for you. You will have everything you desire. Your physical, earthly experience will be one of joy, whatever joy means to you, one of fun, whatever fun means to you, one of peace, whatever peace means to you. It's really all about individual responsibility for our own vibration here. So it's really, really, really important for you, group one. If you resonate with feeling stuck, with feeling stagnant, and maybe even like kind of disappointment and stuff as to how things have been going lately, if you've been feeling that way, then it is really important for you to change your focus, to be deliberate about focusing on things that raise your vibration. I highly recommend, before you go to bed at night, just any old notebook or scraps of paper, whatever, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be anything official. You'll probably never go back and look at it again. It doesn't matter. It's about raising your vibration in the moment. But before going to bed, keep like a list of things you appreciated from that day. Any little thing that you appreciated, whether it was something you saw, something somebody did, something you attracted to you, whatever it is that you appreciated from your day, make a list. And if you'll find that as you get used to doing this, these lists will get longer and longer, because you realize all the little things in your day that you had to appreciate. And, sometimes I just, appreciate that I have running water. You know what I mean? Like I'll be in the shower and I'll have hot running water, and I'll be like, wow, I'm really fortunate because not everybody has this. This is a luxury to some people, and I appreciate all those little things. Like I have a shampoo that I really love. I if you've heard me say this before, but this is one of the things that when I'm in alignment and I'm intentional about it, I'll be like, you know what? I really appreciate this shampoo because not only does it suit my hair perfectly, the shampoo and conditioner, but it's really inexpensive, and it comes in a really large pump bottle that's so easy to use in the shower. And those are little things that I personally appreciate. Those things might mean nothing to you, but you've got little things in your life that you appreciate. Though by appreciating those little things, either throughout your day or writing them down at night or both, you will raise your vibration. And when I was doing this regularly, and I've begun doing it again now, that was a period of time when I attracted so much into my life. It wasn't even funny. Most of it was spiritual experience and universal understanding and knowledge and all that kind of stuff. But it meant so much to me, and it changed my life. So by raising your vibration, you'll be amazed at how much you can attract to yourself. And so, my suggestions may not resonate with you, but look around you, get some ideas of what you can do to raise your own vibration, because it's really about, it's inside you. It's all inside you, ready to emerge. So I think I've gone on long enough about this. Let's pull a Moonology card for you, my group one people, and see if we have any messages from the moon. I love the moon. Listen, we need the moon. The moon affects our lives in so many ways. We really just don't even think about it, most of us. But we need the moon. All right, let's see what we have here. Let's get a card. We have balance. It's full moon in Pisces. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Wow, definitely here. You've got quite a few pentacles here, right? We want to turn the Knight of Pentacles upright, so you start making slow and steady progress. Looking at, being able to look at the future and have high expectations, but not getting out too far ahead of yourself here. We have the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Pentacles. I really feel like that's the practicality side of it, right? But you've also been encouraged to tap into your spiritual side and raise that vibration and realize that the energies that are out there, you can attract to you better than you expected, better than what you imagine when your vibration is high. So you really want to work on the physical, the spiritual side of you. And yet, in the physical, you want to make sure you find things to appreciate, find things that raise your vibration. I really like this for you: balance, spirituality, and practicality. So some of you are probably focusing more on what's going on in your physical world and kind of, oh, that was fast, ignoring your spiritual side. Okay, so this is from the Law of Attraction and money cards. Whatever I desire, I can acquire. And I'm not necessarily pulling this card because of money, but I really do like the messages in these cards, regardless whether they're about money or just abundance in general. And isn't abundance what we're all looking for? Abundance can mean way more than just money. So, I mean, it does mean way more than just money. Let's take a look at this card. The eternal law of the universe steadily hold laws. The eternal laws of the universe steadily hold the promise of expansion and joy. Understanding the laws will reawaken within you the knowledge of your purpose and your own personal power as you remember how to access the power of the universe that creates worlds. If this time-space reality has within it the ability to inspire a desire within you, it is absolutely that this time-space reality has the ability to yield you a full and satisfying manifestation of that same desire. It is law. So in other words, if you can dream it, you can manifest it. So it's really about changing your perspective here. Again, changing your perspective here, looking at the world from a different vantage point, with fresh eyes, with new eyes, looking at the world almost as if you've never seen it before, and being open to new possibilities. And if you can dream it, if you can be open to it, you can attract it. Okay, let's pull one more card, an Angel of Light card here. What do we want to, what other message do we have for group one here? We have beauty. Beauty. Oh, that could be a good one for encouraging you to find things to appreciate. Okay, beauty. The outer world is a reflection of your inner, so focus on the beauty within yourself, your good qualities, your kindnesses, your gifts and talents. Remember that whatever you give attention to increases and grows. This is exactly what we were talking about. And I was telling you, it was all inside you. And it's an individual thing. You need to raise your vibration. You cannot rely on other people for your satisfaction, for your joy. It's all about focusing on the beauty within your good qualities, your kindness, your gifts, your talents. And that I love the most important line there. Remember that whatever you give attention to increases and grows. Everyone has some beauty in their soul, so seek it in others. Remind them of their qualities and you will illuminate them. Also, by doing that, you raise your own vibration. When you focus on the beauty in other people, and even those whom you do not like very much, if you can find the positive in that person, you actually raise your own vibration. Surround yourself with things and people with a beautiful vibration, for we are all influenced by that which is around us. As you tune more and more into the incredible wonder of yourself, others, and the planet, your resonance becomes that of beauty. Others will perceive the radiance of your soul and be touched by it. And there is an affirmation at the bottom that says, I recognize my beauty and that of others. Okay, so I feel as though this card has gotten more specific about finding things in your day to appreciate. I feel as though group one, the universe is now being more specific and telling you, find things about yourself to appreciate, find things in others to appreciate, and find things in nature, the beauty of nature, to appreciate. So focus on the good qualities in yourself, focus on the good qualities in others, and focus on the beauty of nature. I mean, even just look out the window. And sometimes, nature, when I say nature, sometimes even if you're in a city, sometimes I just, am amazed at the beauty of buildings and the creations of, my fellow humankind. Find the beauty out there also, but start with yourself. Start finding it within you, and when you find it within you, it will be way easier to find it within others and in the external physical world. So my group 1, I hope you found some value or resonance with this message. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, maybe share it, consider subscribing. Either way, have a beautiful, beautiful month. A beautiful month filled with beauty and appreciation, my beautiful Group 1 friends. Hey, Group 2, let's get into your card selection. Can we get cards for Group 2? What messages would be of value to Group 2 this upcoming month here? Okay. We have the Sun reverse. What else for Group 2? We have Justice. This is interesting. Okay, we have the King of Wands. The Page of Pentacles. The Three of Cups. All right, I should make these neater here. The King of Swords reversed. And the Three of Pentacles reversed. Wow, I'm already seeing a similar theme to Group 1. Not exactly the same, but there's a similarity here. Wow, okay. There's definitely a similarity. But there are a lot of universal experiences right now that we are all having. So kind of makes sense. There are things that are just right. They're just in our faces. There's no way to avoid them. So it does make sense that there might be some, similar, the need for similar messages or guidance or what have you. All right, let's take a look at what we have here. I just got these two cards just in a sense jumped out at me. The King of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. And what I just got was that you are by nature a very charismatic person. Whether you are energetically charismatic or you're just like out there, you're the life of the party charismatic, it will be different for each of you. So, because I did get the feeling that some of you, even though you are charismatic and people are attracted to you, for some of you it's in a quiet way, and others of you are just more outgoing and, again, like life of the party. I feel like, definitely with the King of Wands, they're feeling an energy of like a leader, someone people look up to, or sometimes maybe even follow or emulate, or you get things started and people want to go along with you, kind of thing. But whether you realize it or not, people watch you, people are attracted to you, and I'm getting the feeling that a lot of you do know this. You know this about yourselves. You realize this about yourselves. You recognize that part of yourself, and it's kind of like you've always been that way, or you've been that way for a long time, and now you're feeling a little I got the expression watered down, held down, not held down, watered down. In other words, I feel like you don't have a stage on which to display or your charisma, your I don't know, your personality, right? You feel, and with everything that's going on in the world at this time, it kind of makes sense, right? In most places, we're not out there like we used to be. And you're not out there almost performing. It's not performing, but I think you know what I mean. You're not out there on display the way you have been in the past. And there's a sense of unfairness, like you feel like it's a little unfair, and you're being challenged here to kind of find your own personal balance at this time of feeling stuck, of feeling like you're not out there. But the wonderful thing is that in the short term here, you emerge. When I was saying I saw it was this King of Wands and the Page of Pentacles here, you emerge with something fresh and something new to offer others. Like it's something practical. I feel as though some of you might be creating something or inventing something, or it's almost like a fresh new you. For some of you, it's like your personality is going through a change. But for others, you're literally creating something. But you're going to emerge from this with something new to offer, possibly by the end of this month. Not necessarily, but possibly by the end of the next 30 days, you may find yourself with something new to offer. I almost got the feeling of like new stories to tell, new information to share. Some of you are either or are going to learn something new that you're going to share with people, or create something new. So I really like that. Even though you're feeling kind of watered down by having to maybe stay home, not do as much as you used to, not have the opportunities to get out there and mix it up with people as much as you used to, even though that might be going on, I feel as though you're going to take this time, possibly this next month, to either continue learning something new or creating something new, or you're going to start learning something new or creating something new. And I feel as though you're going to go, you're going to put it out there. You're going to share it with others. And, that's your desire here with this Three of Cups. You want to get out there and socialize. You want to get out there and mix it up with people. Absolutely. So many of us feel this way. But I also just got the message to tell you that it's not going to, but I think you know this. I also got the feeling that you know this. Okay, it's not going to be the same. It's not, you're not going, we're not going back to the way it used to be, but there's something better waiting for us. Maybe you have new friends or a new audience. I did get that word perform come up, and I felt like it wasn't exactly the right word, but for some of you, maybe it is. Maybe you are some sort of a performer, and there will be a new audience for you, or just for that fiery personality that you have, or that charisma that you have, I feel like there's a new audience out there for you. And part of this like time out is about honing your skills, learning new things, creating new things, and then emerging with something new for possibly new people. There is a similarity between this and group one. Not exactly the same, but there is quite the similarity. So subconsciously here, you have the King of Swords reversed. I feel like this is for those of you who are literally trying to either learn something new or create something new that you maybe want to make money from. Some of you might be creating a side hustle or learning a new skill to start a new career or start a new side hustle or something like that. And subconsciously, some of you are maybe doubting your skills, feeling like you're not yet ready to put it out there, but that's okay. The more you work on this, the more balance. Here's the thing, your challenge is to find the balance here. And I really am feeling that the balance here for you is between the honing of the new skill or the new creation and the spiritual aspect of it, believing in it, believing in yourself, and putting something out there from a place of, what's the word? The word purity comes to mind, but I actually feel like that's not right. Maybe like a pureness of heart. In other words, I'm learning this new thing, and now I want to put it out there, and yes, maybe I'll make money with it, but I believe in it. I believe it's a good service for the world, or a good product for the world, or a good message for the world. So I feel like that's, kind of where you need to find, you need to work on more than just the skill or the project. You also need to work on your beliefs in yourself and in what it is that you're putting out there. Okay, so it's more than just a physical creation, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's see, where do we want to go next? Okay, I'm feeling here like it's not a group effort. It's not a group effort. It's not something you want to rely on others for. This is about you taking charge. Okay, if something else comes with that, I feel compelled to leave that right now. And also, some of you might have like family members weighing in on this. I got the feeling of maybe parents or partners not approving, or even close friends kind of either not approving or just like naysayers or doubters, kind of influencing you. And that also might be where that sun reversed comes in for some of you. okay, yeah, you need to let go of anybody else's expectations and opinions. And you know what? Listen, I am so guilty of this. Listen, you know, it's all you really, in order to like interpret, I feel like these cards and provide valuable messages, you like kind of have to have experienced a lot of this. And yeah, I when I have an idea, I tend to ask people close to me what they think of it. And I have learned over the years that people who probably love me more than anyone else in the world loves me often are the people who devalue my ideas and say, well, I don't know if that anyone would be interested in that, or I don't know if you can really make money from that. That doesn't seem like something of value, or what have you. So yeah, I know what I'm talking about here. So you need the answers are all within you, and you need to dismiss dismiss the naysayers or their views, even if they mean well. Like these people I'm talking about love me and mean well and want the best for me, but I think sometimes they're too close to me to see, they've known me for so long that I don't know if they understand my value and my talents. And I'm feeling like this is what's going on for some of you, that the people closest to you, they're too close to you, too close to the situation. They've known you for so long that they just see you as that same old person and maybe can't see what you've become. They can't see what your potentials are. We all grow and expand. And I think the expansion for a lot of us either has just recently accelerated or is accelerating right now or is about to. Everybody's in different places, but that's what I feel is going on for so many people. And group 2, I feel like you are part of these people. And I do feel like there are some people who are unwilling to expand and change and are being like kind of left behind. But I don't feel like that's you. But there might be naysayers in your life who, whether they mean to or not, are holding you back. So if this does resonate with you, then this message is for you to don't even ask their opinions. You just create, learn, whatever it is you're doing. You just keep doing that. Okay? And again, there's this kind of almost fear that you can't have it all, that you can't bring this to fruition. Again, I get it, group 2. When I think of all of the times that I have held myself back and that I actually continue to do so, I mean, they've been learning experiences for me. They've been of value, and I really make it a point not to look back and be sad or feel resentment or anything. I don't feel any of that in this moment, but I definitely do also feel like some of these experiences are here for me to even tell you that you can have it all. You absolutely can. You can turn this world card upright. You can have it all. You can see this through. You can see this through to fruition. Create this project or whatever it is that you're working on. But just remember, group 2, you don't want it all at the same time, right? I mean, I have definitely a challenge in my design with impatience. And the thing is, though, when you really think about it, you don't want it all at once. We wouldn't even be able to handle it all at once, right? If everything you desired came to you at once, you'd be overwhelmed and you'd be miserable. It's got to come in steps. It's got to come gradually in order for you to be able to appreciate it and enjoy it and not be overwhelmed by it. So know that you can have it all. You just can't have it all at once, right? The human body, the human being is not capable of handling that all at once, right? Okay. And the Knight of Swords reversed here. Yeah, It's really about not taking it too quickly, okay? Allowing things to come. Yeah. Okay, some of you are really impatient. I'm really feeling this impatience. And you're moving exactly in the direction you want to move. But it's about, I don't even like the word patience, right? I don't like when someone says, be patient, be patient. But it is about waiting and allowing and not rushing in too quickly. So it's kind of like when you recognize what you bring to the table, when you recognize that this is all up to you, it's your project, you are in charge of it, you determine the time, you determine the time frame, you determine the specs and the progress and the details, right? Then you will allow it to unfold naturally. You will not force it, right? This is, I'm really feeling here, this is about not forcing it. It's more about allowing it and taking it day by day. It's not going to rush in quickly. You don't want it to rush in quickly. You don't want it to just come in and just like, I don't know. I feel like the sword ripping everything to shreds, right? No. It's about taking your time. It's about taking your time. Okay? The knowledge, the inspiration, the pathway, the messages you need, the information you need, it will all come to you in time. Do not force it. It's about not forcing things to happen. So some of you are feeling, again, I'll just do a quick summary here and then move on to some other cards. But basically, some of you have these big personalities or these attractive personalities, these leadership personalities, these fiery personalities. You've been feeling a little watered down, but you're working on something, or you're about to start learning something new or creating something new. And you want to, your desire is to get out there and share it and be with others. But you need to find that balance between, the physical world and the spiritual world. What you desire and allowing it in. And don't doubt yourself and your skills. Just keep working on what makes you tick. Work on what makes you happy. Create what you love to create. Learn what you love to learn. And emerge with something new to share with others. It's a personal project. Don't force it. You can have everything, but not all at once. I'm really feeling these two cards together. And to leave everyone out of it. Don't ask their opinions. Trust your inner knowing. When you ask other people's opinions, if they're and I feel like this is close people, I feel like this is family members. You might want to ask outsiders for their honest opinion, for their experience. Okay, that is a possibility, but not the people closest to you. Okay, that may not apply to everyone. None of this may apply to everyone, obviously. It is a general reading. So just take what applies to you and leave the rest for someone else. Okay, let's pull how about a Moonology card? Let's pull a Moonology card. Let's pull a numerology card. Okay, how many times am I going to say that? Okay, we have prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. Prosperity lies ahead. Okay, so I feel as though this is confirmation that whatever you're emerging with that is brand new, be it a service, a product, or information, that you will prosper from it. You may literally earn money from it. You know, this project that is yours. Okay, it's personal, it's your project, you take the lead. It may even be a sole individual project, but prosperity lies ahead. Again, I got the message, don't force it. Prosperity lies ahead. Be easy about it. And it just so happens that I have these law of attraction cards here, and it's the law of attraction and money. And even though I'm not necessarily specifically looking for a money message, these were the cards I was planning to pull, and it may mean money for some of you. We have, I am developing the skill to direct my thoughts. Okay, well, some of you are literally developing skills, but this is about directing your thoughts. I am developing the skill to direct my thoughts. Let's see what it has to say. The most valuable skill or talent that you could ever develop is that of directing your thoughts toward what you want, to be adept at quickly coming to the conclusion of what you most want, and then giving your undivided attention to that. There is a tremendous skill in deliberately directing your own thoughts that will yield results that cannot be compared with results that mere action can provide. Okay, so again, not forcing it, but also this time period, if you find yourself in the upcoming month feeling like less than happy about your circumstances, that feeling of like watering down. I really just felt like your fire was watered down. Oh, that makes sense with the sun reversed. Fire, water is in reverse, watered down. Okay. If you are feeling that way, okay, you want to really change your focus and focus on that skill, that talent, that product, that creation, giving the attention to what you most want, but without forcing it, okay? Without forcing it. I really love that message for you, Group 2. And let's pull one more card for you. Let's pull an Angel of Light card and see if there is another message here for our Group 2 friends. Generosity. That's interesting. Generosity. Generosity is a quality of spirit. It is rejoicing in the good fortune of others, even when you have nothing to celebrate yourself. I just was directed to like the sun reversed and the 3 of Cups there. It is an attitude of mind, which means that you are happy to give without expecting in return. Drawing this card invites you to be generous-hearted and indicates that you are ready to aspire to this noble quality. Angel wisdom suggests that you give of yourself freely, openly, and lovingly. The rewards for generosity are great, for all that you give from an open heart is returned to you multiplied. And the affirmation says, I am generous-hearted. Okay, so a few things I'm feeling here. Some of you may have people around you who are prospering in this time of what is for many people, not everyone, a feeling, a stagnant time, a feeling where you're not moving along, you're not getting out there and getting things done, or you're not with people. So if you do know people who are successful and you can kind of like celebrate with them, whether it's just, online, or whether it is in person, or it's just energetically being happy for them, that is a really, really positive vibration for you and aids you in your own creations. So in other words, if you can be happy for other people's prosperity, if you can have that feeling, that generous feeling toward them, it is a very high vibration for you. And then it helps you attract to you your desires and your own prosperity. But I also got the feeling for some of you, whatever this is that you're creating, that you're working on to put out there in the world and share, that it may actually be an opportunity for you to be generous of spirit, or even generous of generous in heart wise, or even literally money wise, right? Some of you may experience a level of abundance or prosperity that you're being encouraged to share in some way, shape, or form. That will be individual to each of you. And if you are not in a position to be generous literally with money or other kind of abundance, like physical abundance in your life, then the message for you is being generous of spirit and being happy for others. Because really, that is a super, super high vibration, right? When we resent others, or we say, why them and not me, kind of thing, that's actually a low vibration that keeps us down. So I'm not feeling like that message is necessarily for everyone, but if you recognize that in yourself, then definitely heed that advice. Because when you can be happy for others, when you can truly be happy, not fake, it's all about energy and vibration. It's not about the words you say or the thoughts you think. It's the energy behind them. So when you can literally realize that there's enough abundance out there for everyone, and that one person having it doesn't mean that you can't have it, the universe will respond to the level of abundance that we all expect. So there's not just one set amount and that person has it all and there's none left for you. It's not like that. So be happy for the other people and raise your own vibration. But keep focused on what you're working on, what you're or some of you haven't even started. This is moving into the new month. Some of you may be starting a new learning process or a new creation of sorts. Get focused on it, enjoy it. Don't force it. Be easy about it. Leave others out of it and just enjoy it. Just enjoy your creation. Okay, my group 2, that's all I have for you. If you enjoyed this or got any value out of it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, consider sharing it, and consider subscribing to the channel. Either way, my group 2, have a beautiful, beautiful month. Hey, group 3, let's do your card selection here. Can we get messages for group 3 for November, or whatever the next month ahead happens to be for you at this time? Okay. 5 of Cups reversed. Oops. 5 of Swords. Of Swords reversed. Nine of Pentacles, one of my favorite cards. 9 of Pentacles. Two of Wands reversed. The Star. Actually, I really feel like them. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Let's stop. Let's stop here. Okay. Let's stop here, go over these, and then we'll pick some more cards. So, interesting cards here. Ah, okay. Yeah. So, group 3, I feel as though some of you have been feeling really stuck. You've been holding yourself back with your thoughts, with your expectations. Now, listen, that energy is so understandable with everything that's going on right now, right? And you probably recognize this in yourself right away, that you've been thinking negative thoughts. Those negative thoughts hold you back. It's like looking at the cup as half empty instead of half full, right? A lot of us have gotten caught up in that negative energy because of everything that's going on out there in the world these days, right? And some of us are stuck home because of it. And there are other things, going on. And if you watch the news, it's just nothing but negativity. And I think that's been getting to some of you. But even though you found yourself doing that, you're letting that go. You are emerging from that. So hopefully you recognize this already, this energy of, I have to stop feeling this way. I have to stop thinking this way. I need to be deliberate in my focus in order to make a change. Now, if you don't recognize this change, if you still are thinking negative thoughts that are holding you back, if you are still looking at the cup as half empty instead of half full, then this is your opportunity to change the way you look at things. You know what? I just said change the way you look at things. Okay, that's what this 5 of Swords here is all about. The number 5 is the number of change, right? Oh, also keep in mind, side note here, group 3, a little bit of numerology. We are moving into the energy of the 5 universal year. So in other words, for the entire world, 2021 will be a 5 universal year, a year of change. Expect the unexpected. The change isn't necessarily bad. Things might be shaken up a bit. I personally, I feel as though the change is always, if we allow it to be, it's always a pathway to something better. It's just that it depends on how we look at it. And it's about changing the way you look at things. Change. You have the 5 here. Changing the way you look at things. And it really just struck me how this figure is looking back over their shoulder at the other figure. Changing the way you look at things, maybe the way you look at other people for some of you, your views of other people possibly, but this is definitely about change. So I do really like this for you. If you've been having negative thoughts, if you've just been feeling, it's the case for a lot of us, right? With everything that's been going on, even the most positive of us can get caught up in that negativity. Absolutely. Listen, I wouldn't be able to provide these messages if I didn't have these experiences myself, right? So I have had periods of time in my recent years that have been so extremely, extremely positive. My thoughts, my energy, the things I focused on, my views, I just felt amazing. I felt so good. And I just attracted so much so many wonderful things. Now, you might not think they're wonderful. They might seem small or insignificant to you, but they made me feel wonderful. They made me feel powerful, right? But there are a lot of chaotic energies of late out there in the universe. And I'm no astrologer, so I'm not going to pretend to be one, but I do know that, there's a lot of stuff going on out there that is affecting all of us in one way, shape, or form. But I also believe that we have the power within us to find the positive side of things. And this is either what you are already in the process of doing, or this message here is to cause a change of focus in you. Change the way you're looking at things right now. And if these cards are reading you correctly, you will be extremely successful at this. So I feel here that my focus with you, Group 3, is going to be on encouraging you, and maybe even providing you with examples of how to change your focus and think of things in a more positive light, even when so many negative things are going on. But it is individual. We have our own powers. And that's the thing. Instead of getting caught up in either everyone else's energy, the energies of the universe, and on our own old thought habits, we need to be more deliberate. We need to take action. We need to deliberately change our focus, not just hope it changes, but be deliberate about it. Because, you have the 9 of Pentacles here. This is one of my most favorite cards here. This is the card of, to me, I feel abundance, utter well-being is my expression that I get when I see this card is utter well-being. I'm comfortable in my own skin. I'm appreciative of all the joy and beauty within and around me. I am confident. I am, feeling radiant. I mean, that's what this card means to me. And for you to get this card here as basically your short-term outcome, it does mean that you can do this, or you are doing this. So all right, let's take a look at the other cards we have out here, and then we'll move on. Okay. When these two came out, I said, I started to say I felt that they might be reversed. I started to say that, and then I was like, nope, that's the way I put them out. But then I got the feeling, okay, no, they're interchangeable. In other words, the messages are interchangeable. So in other words, there's a part of you that can't feel enthusiastic about the future because you can't see where you're headed. You don't know what's coming, yet you want to, right? There's a part of you that has beautiful wishes and dreams and knows that they can come true, but you're afraid to almost bring it out there, almost you don't want to jinx things. Does that make sense? I don't know. You don't want to jinx things. Well, if my expectations are too high, then I might not get what I want, kind of thing. So I'm just feeling these mixed feelings of high expectations for the future, or wanting to feel good about the future, but holding yourself back. Again, yeah, okay, that's what this is all about. That's what this is all about, holding yourself back. Okay, so my dear Group 3, you really need to be intentional in your focus and your thoughts. Don't get sloppy and just let negativity run away with you. Don't let your mind run away with negative thoughts. Okay, don't get caught up in that momentum. You want to pick and choose what you focus on, right? I was giving some examples to another group. I don't know if it was group 1 or group 2 about the same kinds of things. Okay. Try to find things to be grateful for or to appreciate. Maybe keep a journal, and not a journal that you're necessarily going to look back at. It doesn't have to be an official journal or notebook. It could be scraps of paper, because every day you're going to find new things. But if you want to go to sleep in a high vibration, which will help you wake up in a higher vibration and start your day off on the right foot, before going to bed at night, before going to sleep, keep a notebook or even scrap paper next to your bed and write down as many little things throughout the day that you were appreciative of or grateful for. So in other words, it's just the little things in life, right? Let's say you were driving to work and you made all the green lights and you weren't late. And you got to work and somebody did you a favor or helped you out with something or said something nice to you. Or maybe you have some like little gadgets or possessions that you really like. It could be, a painting that you really love, a piece of artwork or something like that. Or it could be like your phone. I love my phone because I can look up anything at any time. I can, if I have a question, I can just look it up. It's like not like the old days when you had to go to an outdated encyclopedia and look things up. Now I'm totally dating and aging myself here, but you know what I mean? Like there are so many little things that we have in our lives to appreciate that we take for granted. But if you can start looking at those little things as things to appreciate, you raise your vibration. Be deliberate about it. Try to find things about other people that you like, that you appreciate. Try to see them in a new way. Try to change that focus. You will be amazed when you start doing this deliberately. You will be amazed at how quickly you experience the 9 of Pentacles energy. And you want to make these become like little habits of yours that you do on a regular basis. I personally need a lot of reminders about these things. Like just, yeah, I don't know if, again, dating myself, but, people used to say, oh, tie a string around your finger to remind you of things. I almost feel like if you need to tie a string around your finger so that every time you look at it, you'll be like, oh, you know what? Yeah, let me find something to appreciate, or what's going well today. Just to raise that vibration. Okay, let's get some more cards for you. But you want to really be deliberate about it because some of you have been in a funk, like where you're just holding yourself back energetically. Okay, yeah, 7 of Wands. Let's get a few more cards here. Ooh, the Sun. The 6 of Wands reversed, and the 3 of Wands. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to come back to these two. I'm going to go with these two. All right. So the Sun. Okay, so I'm feeling that, okay, for sure. You've got so much in your life that is positive, that does make you happy, that does make you lighthearted. I also just got the message that some of you know what I'm talking about already. You've experienced periods in your life where you've been very high, very upbeat, very positive, and then you've attracted to you, whether you realized that's what you were doing or not, you got in that positive momentum. You attracted more and more things that made you happy. Know your power and that you have the power to experience the Sun energy, the happiness, the joy. You know, the sun is like, to me, it's not just a feeling of joy and happiness and fun, but also like freedom. Like you're not inhibited by anything. And you have the power to experience this on a regular basis. Now, will you experience this every moment of your life? No. Because if you don't experience any contrasting emotions or events or situations, if you don't have contrasting experiences, then first of all, you can't appreciate all this joy and happiness because it will just become mundane and regular, and you won't know that it's joy and happiness because it just is, if that makes sense. And two, you always are coming up with new desires, with new things to look forward to, with new things to create. So without contrasting experiences to let you know what you don't want and help you focus in on what you do want, you wouldn't be able to come up with those new desires. But you can experience the sun energy most of the time. So this is just an example. These are not exact numbers, but just let's say you should be experiencing this uninhibited joy and happiness 90% of the time, and only experiencing the contrast 10% of the time, instead of vice versa. Instead of thinking life is supposed to be hard and getting through and lessons and this and that. No, life is supposed to be joy, happiness, experience. And then sorting through the things that we don't want and saying, okay, that was not an experience I want, but what's the value in that? What do I want to focus on now? What is it that I want out of it? Okay, now I know, this experience was negative. Well, now I know what I want. I don't want this, but I do want that. So next time I want to experience this or that, whatever. It allows you to focus. But know your power, and that you have the power to experience this. This should be your regular experience. Okay. And yeah, I just got the expression like fear of success. Fear of success. Okay. So for some of you, it is feeling like, well, if I get too happy, then I'm going to be worried that there's an expression. I think it's, when is the other shoe going to drop or fall? I don't know what the heck that means, other than it means, well, if I'm feeling this good and I'm really happy, it can't last forever. So what's going to happen? What's going to make it not last forever? That kind of thing. It's almost like a fear of success. Some of you might have a literal fear of success. Like, well, if I, become successful in this job, then am I going to be able to handle it? Or if I create this business, am I going to be able to grow it? Or can I handle all that work or whatever? The specifics will be different for each of you, obviously, but I'm just sensing a fear of success here. But you know what? Instead of, or fear of judgment, okay, that just came to me. Some of you are afraid of being judged, maybe in your success, in what you create. Ooh, some of you are afraid of being judged for being what they call a Pollyanna. In other words, being too happy, too upbeat. I know what you mean. And you know what I don't like about what I have sometimes done in the past? I have dialed it down to accommodate people around me, and that doesn't serve me at all. And it definitely doesn't serve anyone else either. So that's the case for some of you. Now, this is getting out ahead of it for some of you. Some of you haven't even reached that point where, you feel that good. But don't let other people, don't let other people's opinions weigh in. Don't let other people keep your happiness and your joy down. Be aware of that. This card is here for a reason. So when you start experiencing that utter well-being, that feeling of abundance is all around me, and it's just out there for me to experience, and I feel the joy within. I appreciate the joy without. Like just when you start having that feeling of utter well-being, don't let other people weigh in. Don't let them bring you down. Don't care what they think or what they say. You just enjoy your high vibration, and they'll either come along with you or they'll stay out of your business. So, you are being told here, you have got what it takes. You are up to the challenge. You can take this on. You can not only create the feeling of utter well-being of the Nine of Pentacles, but you can bring it forward with you. You can keep it going. This can be part of who you are. You just have to believe it. You have to believe in yourself. You have to know that this is what you not only are capable of, but this is what you came here for. This is what you deserve. This is what you are worthy of. And you need to basically take on the challenge of changing your focus. Take on the challenge here of changing your focus, changing the way you look at people, situations, your life in general, the world at large. Take it on. Run with it. Know your power. Look at this. You are strong. And you can take on anything. This is going to be like child's play for you. And it will set you off in a new direction, a new energy, a new journey, a new spiritual journey that will result in the physical life experience that you desire. So this is a big message of a big shift for you, a big I mean, this is a huge shift to go from these limiting energies, these self-limiting energies, to this beautiful Nine of Pentacles energy that you are going to just move forward with in your life. Now, it's up to you. You choose to do this, right? You choose to do this. We can be sloppy and create our experience by default and just let our thoughts and emotions just gain momentum, possibly negatively, and let that keep going and create by default. Or we can be deliberate in our focus. Be deliberate about changing your focus to create the life you desire, to create the experience you desire. Beautiful, beautiful message. Let's pull a Moonology card for you and see what the moon has to say for you. I love the moon. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, that flipped over very quickly. Ooh, it's the waxing crescent moon, which is a beautiful, beautiful card. If you look at this picture, I love the artwork here. But what I really love is the message. Have faith in your dreams. Have faith in your dreams. So maybe specifically your self-limiting thoughts, all of that negativity, that glass half empty, has been about not having faith in your dreams, in what you desire, in what you want your life to be like. But if you believe it, it will happen. If you believe it, you can create it. If you know it, you have to know that you can have it. You have to know that you can create it. You have to know that you are worthy of it. It all starts with vibration. It all starts with thoughts, which lead to emotions. And those emotions create the vibration or frequency that you put out in the world. And that vibration or frequency is what attracts people and experiences that match that frequency. So having faith in your dreams is a high vibration. Believing in those dreams and your worthiness to attain them is a high vibration. And so you want to attract that to you. Okay, let's pull a card from the Law of Attraction money cards. Oh, you have two cards. Okay. 2 cards immediately flipped over, so I will read both of them to you. We have, I can make a career of living happily ever after. Okay, this is really about your focus, I'm sure. Oh, you know what? Look at that moon in this picture. The moon in this picture is almost a mirror image of the one in the Moonology card. Not quite, but almost. Wow. Okay. And that's about having faith in your dreams. I can make a career of living happily ever after. Let's see what it says on this side. A very good career choice would be to gravitate toward those activities and to embrace those desires that harmonize with your core intentions, which are freedom and growth and joy. Make a career of living a happy life rather than trying to find work that will produce enough income that you can do things with your money that will make you happy. Ooh. So some of you may be literally be unhappy in your career. And that's the change that some of you need to make. It's not necessarily all of you, but some of you need to make a career change. You need to do what will make you happy, hence that feeling of utter well-being. When feeling happy is of paramount importance to you, and what you do for a living makes you happy, you have found the best of all combinations. Yeah, you want to be happy in your daily life. So for some of you, it's about what you do to make money. Okay, and the other card that jumped out, rather than complaining, I will focus on positive aspects. So I have a feeling that this card may be an additional message for those of you who are unhappy in your jobs and maybe feel like you can't change your job, but maybe change your focus. Or this is also for those of you who are thinking, well, I'm fine in my job. It's not my job that's the problem, okay? So rather than complaining, I will focus on positive aspects. When you focus upon lack in an attitude of complaining, you establish a vibrational point of attraction that only gives you access to more thoughts of complaint. In other words, once you start complaining about things, you get that momentum going. So you either start complaining about more things or finding more things to complain about, or you just get a general negative momentum going. Your deliberate effort to tell a new story will establish a new pattern of thought, providing you with a new point of attraction from your present. So in other words, you know what? It may be that some of you are literally, these lackful negative cards here are about complaining about your situation. And the reason they're in reverse is you're coming out of that. You're realizing that complaining is not only not helping, it's actually keeping you in that situation, in that vibration, and creating more and more of the same. And your deliberate thoughts will lead you to that 9 of Pentacles, utter well-being. The simple effort of looking for positive aspects will set a new vibrational tone that will begin the immediate attraction of thoughts, people, circumstances, and things that are pleasing to you. That's exactly what we're talking about. Finding things to appreciate, finding things to be grateful for, looking for those little things throughout the day, tying that string on your finger to remind you of, to look for something positive. All right, that's what this is about, finding things to appreciate. So again, I'm going to read that last sentence again. The simple effort of looking for positive aspects will set a new vibrational tone that will begin the immediate attraction of thoughts, people, circumstances, and things that are pleasing to you. You can do this, group 3. Okay, and one more card. We'll pull an Angel of Light card and then call it a reading. All right. Okay, you have aspiration. Aspiration. It is time, that's not focused, right? It is time to set your sights higher. Okay, that's what I feel here with this Seven of Wands. It is time to set your sights higher. If you are settling for the mediocre, aim for the superb. Stretch yourself to fulfill all your potential and hold mighty visions. Okay, having faith in your dreams here, right? Having faith in your dreams. Setting your sights higher. Find the wisdom within you, which enables you to aspire to the great and glorious. Then expand your comfort zones so that you can explore your dreams. Again, I'm feeling the Seven of Wands here. You know, you're up to the challenge. Take it on. The angels guide you never to settle for less than your incredible human spirit can achieve or deserves. Ask for help from the angels and they will guide and inspire you to raise your consciousness and live at a higher level, a higher vibration. Raise your consciousness to live at a higher frequency. Let your spirit soar and aim for the divine. And the affirmation says, I aspire to the great and glorious. Wow. Okay, so you have a pretty powerful message here. So it's really like all of that negativity is behind you. And if it's not, then these messages are encouraging you to be deliberate about it and leave it behind you. But it is up to you, group 3. You have the choice, right? It might not always be easy. You know, it could be like, you could feel as though, or maybe literally be experiencing a bunch of cloudy days in a row, which is actually what I have been experiencing, and I'm looking at it right now. And I know that can make me feel stagnant. I know that can bring me down, right? But even just talking to you about these messages brings me up, makes me feel better. So be deliberate in your focus. Change the way you look at things. Change your outlook and take that challenge on and have faith in your dreams. Raise that vibration, raise your frequency, and you will be amazed at what you attract to yourself. Okay, my group 3, that's all I have for you. So if you got any value out of these messages or enjoyed them at all, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing, maybe share it with a friend. Either way, have a beautiful, fabulous month, my wonderful group 3 friends. Hello, group 4. Let's get your messages for you. So it's interesting, group 4, that there have been, they haven't been exactly the same, but there have been similarities between or among, I should say, among the first 3 groups. They haven't been exactly the same messages and not exactly the same situations, but there's been a feeling of like being stuck, which kind of makes sense with the energies and the things that are going on in the world right now. It makes total sense. But let's see if your message is going to be any different here. Okay, let's see. You know what? Let's start, since I got the exact number of cards jump out that are for this section, let's start with these and see what messages we have. Okay. So, wow. Okay. So I'm feeling as though you've been experiencing some sort of either a disharmony or a dissatisfaction with something related to your home life. It could be that, I don't know, things are up in the air. Maybe there's been too much time at home with family members and it's not pleasant. because a lot of people, depending on where you live, are stay-at-home orders or even just stay-at-home recommendations, and so a lot of people are staying home more, whether they're forced to or whether they're choosing to. And maybe it's like just too much, too close for comfort. That expression just came to mind. Maybe even your living situation might be temporary, and you might want to move. You might be tired of living where you're living or staying where you're staying. Yeah, it might even just be like having to stay home more makes you feel like you want to move. Like you're tired of your home, or things just aren't, it's just something about the home is just not the way you want it to be. It will be different for each of you. Okay, those are just examples. But if you're feeling, okay, I know it's feeling restless about maybe where you're at. It's a restless feeling, a restless feeling. Okay, yet you're not going to let it get to you. You have this Three of Swords reversed. You're determined. It's not going to get to me. Okay, if you're not determined, then this is guidance to be determined. I'm feeling that some of you need to be reminded. Don't let your dissatisfaction with where you are at affect your outlook, affect your vibration. So some of you are good at this. Some of you know this too shall pass. This is just temporary. Everybody's feeling these kinds of feelings these days. Some of you are like, it's okay. I know things will change. And others need to be reminded to do that. Reminded to know that change will happen. Things will get moving. Things will improve. Whatever it is you don't like about, I really feel like it's where you're living. And it's interesting. You have the Eight of Cups as your challenge or your opportunity, depending on how you want to look at it. So I feel like you have an opportunity to move forward. Okay, I also just got the message that for some of you, it's a career, a job. All right, so it's your daily life. It's your daily life that you're feeling that has a feeling of instability or dissatisfaction or disappointment or whatever. Okay, so some of you are not happy with your job. And this month, whether it's your living space, your job, or just, let's generalize this and say it's a situation that you haven't been satisfied with, but you're determined to not let it get to you, or you're being advised to not let it get to you, because you have the opportunity to move forward, to move on, to move beyond where you're at. Ooh, okay. All right, so group 4, if you can go with the flow, be easy about it, and not let disappointment with where you're at affect your vibration, you will receive the opportunity to move forward, and it will come faster than you expected. And you will be moving on. You will be able to make a move. So, you know what? You feel a little stuck, unclear. You're unclear. Oh, yes. You're unclear about your decision. You just want clarity. You desire clarity. You want to know what direction you're going in. You want to know, what city or what home you should move to, or what type of job, what career, what company, what business you should start. Whatever it is, wherever you're feeling dissatisfaction in your daily life, you're just looking for clarity. You want answers. You want clarity. Okay. Here's the thing. Subconsciously, some of you are letting past experiences cloud your vision. Ah, yes. You're letting past experiences cloud your vision, my friends. Okay, so you may not even realize that you're doing it, but you know how we base what we expect in the future on our past experiences, whether we're doing it consciously or not. In this case, it's really probably subconscious for most of you. But you may, now that I'm bringing it up, you might recognize it like, oh yeah, because this situation didn't work out in the past. Now my expectations are different or low or in that same place. Okay, that this is all about, okay, yeah, you need to let go of past experiences in terms of how they will color future experiences. So in other words, if you are basing what you expect to happen in the future on what happened in the past, then you're going to get something similar or the same, or things won't change. Okay? And your desire for clarity, in your desire for clarity, focus on clarity for a brand new direction, a brand new experience. Okay, my friends, I probably don't even need to tell you this because you wouldn't even know it, but I'm going to pause before I go on and pick the next set of cards here. I'm actually going to pause this because there are lawnmowers outside, and I will do the next set of cards after the noise passes. So I apologize if it has interfered at all. Okay, so I think the noise has subsided enough. So I'll start picking the cards. I might pause again, but it doesn't matter time-wise to you. I'm not even sure why I mentioned it, but okay. Okay. Oops. Oh, we had a flipper here. Okay. Okay. All right. So we were talking about how you want clarity. You want to make a move in some area of your life, and if you can just allow it. All right. Here's what you need to do. If you can be satisfied with where you are, you can allow the new opportunity to come in. Okay, but you have to be satisfied with where you are. So your challenge is kind of basically vibrationally opening up to the new opportunities, opening up to the clarity, and opening up to allowing that change to swiftly come in. But it looks like you're doing it, or you will be doing it. So I paused you again, but anyway. I don't think they're finished either. So, but let's take a look at the next set of cards that we have here. Okay, so yes, I'm okay. This Six of Cups reversed here, where I said you were allowing past experiences to color your expectations of the future, and that's the thing here with this Ten of Swords. It's kind of like you need to be done with that. So, you're being advised here to let any of that disappointment, any of that heartbreak, betrayal, unexpected, like the backstabbing. Okay, so I just got the feeling that some of you have actually been backstabbed professionally, like in the workplace or something. Okay, obviously not everybody. You'll know, obviously, if it's you. But, okay, yeah, I feel like there's, a lack of trust. Yes, all right, I'm feeling a lack of trust. Based on past experiences, you have a lack of trust either in other people, in the situation, in life in general to work out the way you want. There's like this lack of trust here. And it's really, really important that you be deliberate about letting this lack of trust go. And I'm really feeling here that it has a lot to do with this subconscious Six of Cups in reverse here. Letting the negativity of the past. Again, maybe it might be someone who did you wrong. It might be someone whom you don't trust. It could be people in general. It could be situations, life experiences in general. But I feel as though you have a concern about experiencing that disappointment, that unexpected, there are just negative expectations for the outcome here. But I feel as though you have an opportunity to clean the slate, start fresh, right? The 10 energy is really the 1 energy. The 10 energy means it's done. So, these experiences are behind you. Yes, okay, put these experiences behind you. That's the message I'm getting. Put the negativity behind you. It's literally behind this figure, right? Put the negativity behind you and start fresh. The 10 energy is really the 1. 1 plus 0 reduces to 1. 1 is about fresh starts and new beginnings. So look at past disappointments as the opportunity to know the way forward. In other words, those experiences have taught you what you don't want, but stop thinking about what you don't want and think, okay, well, I didn't want that. So what do I want now? What do I want? I want people I can trust. I want a home I can, enjoy myself in. Whatever it is that you're looking for, you want to focus on that. You want to let go of the negativity. So there may be others or another holding you back, telling you something isn't a good idea. So you really need to trust your own judgment on this one, okay? Trust your gut, trust your intuition, trust your heart, trust your inner knowing. But the one thing you don't want to rely on is your past experiences, right? When we rely on our past experiences, whether we know it or not, while we are creating, thinking about, contemplating our next experiences, our next moves, when we do that, then we really just, again, create more of the same or something similar. And we kind of box ourselves in, you're hoping that you can tap into that fiery side of you. Some of you may even be fire signs or, have fire strongly in your chart, but you want to take the lead. You want to, some of you want to be a role model or blaze a new path, that can be an example for others. There might be, some of you might have a little fear of taking on too much and almost like fear being the role model, don't do what I do, don't do what I say, just do your own thing. But that's definitely not everyone. Most of you are looking for that leadership role. You want to feel good. You want to experience success and feel really good, and you want it to be visible to others. You want others to be able to see it and experience it with you. You kind of want to bring them along in some respect. Okay? And if you can leave the past behind and leave others' negativity out of it or what have you, you're going to forge your own path, your own unique project, plan, direction. It's kind of like you don't need others to do this. It's all up to you. That's interesting, group 4, because this is not the only message that included like individuality. In fact, there might have been a little bit of that in each of them, or at least two others, where it's kind of like it's up to you, it's individual. And we are heading into that sort of energy in the future. We're moving into like an age where we will each be responsible for our individual frequency, our individual vibration, what we put out into the world. You know, we will come together as a group, as a collective, in all sorts of ways, but we will recognize the importance of our individual contribution. And really, what I'm talking about here is your frequency, your vibration that you put out into the world, that you bring to the table, right? And this is about your own individual path, your own individual intentions, your own plans. You will make a new plan. So now that it's finally quiet outside, let's summarize here. You have recently found that you feel there is a stuckness to this, not in the same way as some of the other messages, but there's something that you're not crazy about in some situation in your life, whether it's a job, where you live, or anything. There's some aspect of your life where you feel dissatisfied or stuck, but you're not going to let that disappointment stand in your way, are you? No. You're asking for clarity, you desire clarity, but you have to allow the clarity. If you base it on past experiences, then the clarity isn't going to come. It's just going to be more of the same. But I really do feel as though you are going to you're going to step into your power. The 8 is the number of power. You're going to step into your power and move forward. Oh, interestingly enough, you have the 3 of Swords here in reversed. You have the 3 of Pentacles here in reverse. So your situation of that 3, that's like your individual responsibility for how you feel, and not allowing the dissatisfaction with where you are at to cloud your future. And again, your individual path, making plans for yourself. It's not that you are always you're going to work alone or you're going to live alone. It's about you setting your path, and then others can step onto it. Absolutely. But it's up to you. And moving forward in your power. And then another 8. The 8 of Wands. Powerful, swift movement forward. Okay? Things are going to start moving for you powerfully. You've got the opportunity to start fresh. If you can leave past disappointments, past betrayals, and past expectations behind you, if you can let that go, leave it behind you, literally. Let go of anybody else's expectations for you, even their advice. Step into your fiery power. Be that inspiration, that inspirational leader that you are. Allow this clarity in. Allow the clarity to come, and you will know what steps to take, and you will begin making plans. So the intention of this reading is to be for November or any period of time over the next, like, say, month, approximately a 30-day period or so, right? So it may be for some of you by the end of the next 30-day period or the end of November, you are making plans, you're taking steps to move forward, to move in a new direction, to move in a direction that is more satisfying for you. So I feel like there's a lot to look forward to group 4, but it is up to you. It's up to you as far as your vibration and your expectations and such, okay? And allowing that clarity in. And definitely, there's a big theme here about letting go of the past. For example, I have been wanting to move for a long time. Just, it's time. I'm not designed or meant to stay in one place for long, and I've been here for a long time. But I let my past experiences get in the way of my expectations. Instead of focusing on what I want and feeling it and feeling the high vibration of it and just allowing and knowing, I start out that way, but then I allow the doubts based on past experience to set in, like, well, let's see, I need to sell this place first, so I can get the down payment, and well, I can't live here because of this, and I can't go there because of that. I'd like to live here, but I can't really afford it. And I start doing that. That's the kind of stuff that we do without even realizing it. That's where this subconscious Six of Cups in reverse comes in here. I know I'm backtracking, but that just came to me like I should be sharing that to give you an example of how we are so unaware of our thought patterns at times. I mean, I don't intentionally start thinking that. It just happens. And if I'm not in a place of clarity, then those thoughts just kind of linger and fester and hang out. And so I just keep creating more of the same for myself. I feel like I can't move on, so I don't move on, right? That's what we're talking about here. It's really being deliberate about letting go of the past and knowing that it doesn't matter whatever happened in the past. Listen, anything is possible, group 4. Anything. Anything. I've had experiences in my life that definitely have proven that to me. But you have to believe it. You have to know it. So you could change your entire situation completely just by believing in it, by attracting to you those new opportunities to move forward in whatever area of your life this is. So you've got to believe, group 4. You've got to believe. Okay, let's pull a Moonology card for you. I love these cards because I love the moon. Oh, somebody else got this one too. Might have been group 2, I'm not sure. But I love the card and I love the picture. Have faith in your dreams. The waxing crescent moon, but more importantly, the message, have faith in your dreams. Wow, beautiful card and beautiful message for you, because that's basically what we're talking about here. You need to believe in your dreams, in your desires, in order to move toward them. Again, you have these 2 8s here, the number of power. Recognize your power to fulfill your dreams just via your vibration, your frequency. And that doesn't mean you'll never take action. It doesn't mean you sit around and dream and that's all you do. What will happen is you will sit around and dream and know and feel positive. All right, emotions really matter. Emotions really matter. If you can sincerely, not fake, but if you can sincerely gin up amazing positive emotions around your dreams, around your desires, and feel really, really super good about them, then you emit that high frequency out there. And if you can do that with regularity, you will have no choice but to attract things to you. Now, again, like I said, it doesn't mean you'll never take action. You might attract to you opportunities to take action. You might attract to you inspiration that encourages you to take action. It's not that you'll sit around and dream forever, but you'll know the right action to take. You'll feel it. You'll feel it in your gut. You'll know it, intuitively. Whatever the case is for you, you will know what action to take, but you have to have faith in your dreams. I feel like I want to change that to you have to have knowing in your dreams. You have to have knowing in your desires. Okay, let's pull a Law of Attraction and Money card for you. It's not so much that we're focused on the money here. I just really like these cards and the messages that they have, even though I haven't read them all, but let's see. My life story and the law of attraction. Okay, I have a feeling this is going to have a lot to do with like the story you tell. And if you tell it based on the past, that's not going to serve you. But let's see. Each and every component that makes up your life experience is drawn to you by the powerful law of attraction's response to the thoughts you think and the story you tell about your life. Don't forget, the thoughts you think and the story you tell about your life, they create emotions which create your frequency. Your money and financial assets, your body's state of wellness, clarity, flexibility, size and shape, your work, your work environment, how you are treated, work satisfaction, and rewards. Indeed, the very happiness of your life experience in general is all happening because of the story that you tell. So, group 4, this could be literally the story you tell when you talk to others, or this could be the story you tell yourself in your mind. So you might be telling others, well, yeah, I'm stuck in this situation. Yeah, I'm not happy with it. Just like I told you the story about me being stuck in my house, right? That doesn't serve me, that story. I mean, it was there kind of to serve you, but telling that story over and over again, talking about how I would like to move, how I would like, just a change of scenery. I really do. I need a change of scenery. That's how I just am. I know other people who, like home sweet home, and they want to stay in that home forever. And I actually really want to move around a lot. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. The point is the story you tell about your situation. If you feel like you'd like to move on in some way, shape, or form, but you talk about where you're at and that you're not satisfied with it, you're giving attention to it. You're telling that story. You are just recreating more of the same. And sometimes we tell that story in our minds. It's just our thoughts thinking, I'm sick of this job, or I'm sick of living here, or I'm sick of this situation I'm in, or I'm sick of these people. We just keep telling that story to ourselves, and we keep recreating more of the same. That's why our lives don't change that quickly, because we focus on what is. And when we focus on what is, we're emitting the vibration of what is, and we just keep creating more of what is. So it's really, really about creating a new story for yourself, creating a new paradigm. Create that paradigm with that new story that you tell. It doesn't matter if it's true or not, just tell the story. Okay, so let's get an Angel of Light card for you guys, because I like these cards. They usually have really good uplifting messages. Oh wow, beauty. Okay, you got the same moon card as somebody and the same Angel of Light card as somebody. I don't remember which group it was, but very interesting to me, at least anyway. Okay, beauty. So I've already read this one. The outer world is a reflection of your inner. So focus on the beauty within yourself, your good qualities, your kindness, your gifts and talents. Remember that whatever you give attention to increases and grows. That's basically what we were just talking about. Everyone has some beauty in their soul, so seek it in others. Remind them of their qualities and you will illuminate them. Okay, so if you can find not only good qualities in yourself to appreciate, but find them in others, that's a very, very high vibration. And let me tell you something. I've even been able to find the good in people that I really don't like. But when I really found it and I was sincere about it, my vibration really raised around that person. And even situations, right? Situations that I don't like. You're in a situation you would like to move on from. So yes, find the beauty in that situation so that you can create the vibration of satisfaction, of happiness, of joy, so that the next thing that you attract to you matches that. Okay, surround yourself with things and people with a beautiful vibration, for we are all influenced by that which is around us. Right. So now here's your dilemma. You're in a situation you don't want to be in, so it's affecting your vibration. Well, actually, I think you're doing a good job of not letting it affect your vibration. And if you're not, that's what your message is. Because you are influenced by what is around you. But that's why that card about telling a new story is really, really important. It doesn't matter if the story is true or not. Tell a new story. Tell about how much you love your life, and tell about the new situation that you're in. Describe it. Describe it. If it's a new home, describe that home. If it's a new work environment, describe that environment. If you don't know where exactly you want to live, talk about what you want it to be like. If you don't know exactly where you want to work or with whom you want to work, describe what you want the work to be like. Describe what you want the environment to be like. Describe what you want the people to be like. And do it on a regular basis. Maybe write it down. Say it out loud. Talk to others about it. Okay, as you tune more and more into the incredible wonder of yourself, others, and the planet, your resonance becomes that of beauty. Others will perceive the radiance of your soul and be touched by it. And your message is, I recognize my beauty and that of others. And that comes back to that individual situation responsibility that we were talking about here too. It's really all up to you. Yes, others can be affected by your fire, by your charisma, by your leadership, by your example. But it starts with you. It starts inside. It has nothing to do with them. And your plans, your plans are about you. It's not about others. It's not about consulting others. Others can jump on board. Others can join in. Others can benefit from it, of course. But it has to be aligned with you. These plans are about you and about nobody else. So take this opportunity to, tell a new story. Focus on the beauty. Focus on the beauty that's already there, and focus on the beauty you desire. Tell the story as if tell the story you want as if it's already in place, as if you're already experiencing that. That's also good advice to do with at the time of a new moon. So keep that in mind also. But really, it's all about you, your desires, and the story you tell for yourself. So focus on the beauty, have faith in your dreams, and the clarity will come. Be ready for that opportunity when it knocks. Trust your gut, trust your intuition, trust your heart's desire, trust your clarity. Whatever it is for you, trust it. And those plans will start falling into place. You'll be making plans for yourself, for your future, that align with your desires. Okay, group 4, that's all I have for you. If you did get any value out of this or you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, consider sharing it, consider subscribing. Either way, have a fabulous month ahead, my beautiful, wonderful group 4.